In this video, I'm going to see the current transit that's been going on in 2017 and 2018. Previous transit has been very rocky, up and down throughout 2017, which has created many war-like situations globally between good versus evil energies. I'll tell you straightforward that what these days is being seen as good is actually evil, and what is seen as evil is actually good, because evils dominate the planet these days, and their population globally is the highest. So out of 7 billion people, we can estimate there are more than 5 billion people who have evil genes and also follow the path of evil. Note that there are 4 human species. This is very important, that is not known globally or has been kept a secret, top secret, to confuse the truth. It is okay. Here are the 4 human species. One is the white people. White people are dominant in Western Europe, Middle East, North Africa, and Americas. They're mixed with other species, especially the most forgotten or not credited, the red people. They're among the whites. They're commonly known as rednecks, especially in the Americas. Yes, they were original Russians. They originated in Russia. These people are natural red-headed, and they never have a long or oblong or horse-like face or thin skinny body. They often have round squarish faces, strong shoulders, hands, bigger chest, more hair on their body. These are hairy people. So even nowadays, they're mostly found in Russia or the surrounding nations of Russia. So these are the red people. Other 2 species are the yellow people of China or Asia, who came to Americas thousands and thousands of years ago, more than 10,000 years ago. And these people have the least amount of hair, body hair. They're also short in height, but their torso is quite big compared to their legs. Their legs are small. And so these are the yellow people. And the other people are black people, which are basically spread from Africa, throughout India. They were in Australia, Southeast Asia, and they were the first one to come to America. Both Americas. Black people were here first, then came the Asians. The red people also came from north thousands and thousands of years ago. White people also came before Columbus, but they were very less in numbers. So basically, the Native Americans are a mixture of 2 species, black people and yellow people. Excuse me. Okay, these are the four human species. So what is going on these days across the whole planet? Whites have their control all over, economically, um, population-wise, uh, culturally. They have pretty much spread all over the world in almost every country, uh, except, well, their genes are pretty much dominant everywhere, including north half of Africa and around Africa, even in the middle of Africa, but and throughout Europe, throughout Russia, India, Southeast Asia, even in China and both Americas. So white genes are spread out. White people have oblong face. Their noses are usually long noses, tall, skinny, thin noses, and they have long faces. They're tall. Their heights are they're skinny and tall people. Okay, um, you can see example John Kerry, the Secretary of U.S. who was, or I don't know if still is. I think he's not, but there are many examples like that you can find throughout America and Europe. So these people are thin, skinny. Abraham Lincoln was also had white genes. So, anyways, these people are very common among Muslims throughout North Africa, Middle East, and also very common in throughout India. So don't confuse a lot of Punjabis who were the Red Russians, but these days the white people are spread out, and they call themselves, well, wherever they go, they adapt to the culture, languages, and thus they have ruined everything, pretty much the whole planet, because they are representing those countries, those languages wherever they have gone, and they have huge control globally. That's the reason this evil. Their habit is talking. They like to talk. They talk too much. They're skinny and thin, but highly intellectual, and they talk too much, and they have high level of fear, especially among the females of white genes have high amount of fear. They're scared inside, but they cannot stop talking, and they have arrogance, high ego. They think they're best. It's all in their mind. They think they're best. They think they're doing everything. They think they have discovered everything, but in reality they have done nothing. They have stolen others' ideas, the red people's ideas, the black people's ideas, the yellow people ideas, and what they have done is they mass produced. They purchased their ideas, they bought their ideas, and used it for themselves and made their name, fame, and control globally. So this is the evil species that has taken the control globally with their clever minds, the intellectual smart minds. And because of that, everything, all the cultures and the spirituality, the simplicity of human life has come to ruins these days. That's the human population is keep going, and the bad things are growing and growing, and these are the end times, where any time there can be World War III, and that will eliminate the population, human population, and population of other living beings, from anywhere from 50% to 90 to 95%, and this might happen within either next year, very highly likely next year 2018 it will happen. If not, then it will definitely happen by 2020. But here is 2017, and I'm going to see these planetary transits that's been going on. Here you can see this is, I fast forwarded it, since Saturn is moving in Dhanu Rashi by October 26. That's going to be positive for Saturn because it's in a friendly house of Jupiter. Um, so next 2 months are going to have less frictions among global powers. They're pretty much it's like a time frame for friendship, building powers, but there won't be any significant high level or global level war possibilities. But here in December 15th, as the sun moves, right now sun is here in Tula Rashi, so next month is going to be in Vrishchika, and after on December 15 is going to move into Dhanu Rashi with Saturn. So Sun and Saturn are each other's enemies, and they can create war like situations. So this month from December 15th to January 14th is a likely situation that wars can take place, including World War III. Other than that, we move forward. This is from Jagannath Hora. We move forward to let's see, 1 month. So that's January 15th. You can see sun just moved in Makar Rashi 1 day earlier. Here we can see sun at 1 degree 46. So sun just moved. Okay, so we're gonna go month forward. I'm trying to see what is going to happen in coming months. See, Jupiter and Mars have been together, so this is giving a pretty strong power to Jupiter, because Jupiter is the god planet of or teacher planet of gods or the good people, and whereas Saturn and Rahu and Venus can be considered the energies of the evil. So we can go forward January 15th and 1 month more forward, February 15th, and then we can go March 15th. As you can see, Mars just moved into Dhanu Rashi right here in the month of March. So it's at 4 degree right now, so we can go a few days back. Let's see, Mars 4 degree 3, March 10. Let's start from March 7. From March 7, Mars moves into Dhanu Rashi with Saturn. Now Mars and Saturn are each other's enemies. So whenever there is a conjunction of Saturn and Mars, it creates wars. So this is another possibility, that if the war doesn't happen in month of December, January, then there is highly likely that it will start in the month of March, and it will continue because Mars will be there for about 40 days. It will and Saturn is going to, so okay, I'm moving by day. Let's move by a month, and you see Mars is still there April 8, and Jupiter goes in retrograde motion, and then Saturn goes in retrograde motion, which will stay until September. So we can say from March, April, May, June, July, August, September, these 7 months of retrograde motion of Saturn is going to create warlike situations. For sure, 2018, they're going to be very high possibility of World War III, and this can happen anywhere on the uh, among the country or between the countries where situation have already grown pretty bad, such as India and Pakistan, North Korea, South Korea, USA, and Russia and Europe, Russia and US. So there is the ripe situation of war-like conditions between many countries. So anyway it breaks, the nuclear war definitely is going to be a nuclear war. World War III is not going to be guns and swords and small bombs and stuff like that. It's going to be nuclear wars. So it's going to be quick, within days, within weeks. More than half of the global population, including other living beings, not just humans, will not be alive. So 2018 is giving very high possibility that it will begin, and this is my, I would say, 90 to 95% chances. Just like in 2017, I was seeing the same situations, which pretty much got to very high climax, but World War III did not happen. But same thing, I would say, in 2018 there is a very highly likely chances of World War III that can happen. That can happen between those nations. As we can see, Donald Trump is going through pretty high pressure, people trying to overthrow him, but they will not succeed. And this man can utilize or use, can create war, or with such as North Korea, or by end of in the month of December, January, he can actually start the war. And if that happens, the nuclear world war will definitely start, because North Korea is a small nation. It can lose itself, but if it bombs USA, it's going to be a huge damage, not just on people, economically too. And if USA is bombed, whole world, especially whole white world that is connected, USA, Australia, Canada, other countries that are allies or friends or do business with USA, including China, their economies will fall apart very soon. USA is connected to USA is a country that depends on electricity, internet. So if there is a nuclear attack on one of the big cities such as Los Angeles area or Bay Area, it's going to damage hugely. I don't know if that's a word, hugely, but President Trump uses it, so I'm using it too. So definitely there is going to be World War III situation very, very soon. So by September 2018, we can say within the next 6 to 8 months, it's going to come, and nobody can stop it other than divine power, God, and who knows what's going to happen. We just let's see if we're alive, or whoever remains alive, and if we get to see it, if we get to hear it in the news, or whatever is going to happen, if God wills, or it's going to happen. If not, then it's not going to happen. So let's see what's going to happen. But this is my side of Vedic astrology analysis that's based on transit of planets. And so the end result of World War III is white force, which is the evil force, is going to lose, and the good forces are going to win and create. And there is a saying that a new world order is coming, or the good beings will create a new world in which there will be peace and happiness, and there will be no countries. There will be countries but without borders, and they will live with each other in peace and harmony, and create different type of vehicles flying and on road, and they will connect their countries with high level of very long roads. Especially the prediction says that India, China, and Russia are going to unite and create this global spiritual world where the goodness and spirituality will spread. Spirituality will be taken as the first thing, especially in the country of India and China and Russia. So these are the things. Be aware of the white people who are at huge population, online, offline. They're creating so many videos, it's difficult to see the videos that are genuine. So they're confusing the whole world everywhere, not only on YouTube, also on Facebook or media. They're creating stories that are pretty much fake, not real, because these people are like to confuse everything. They talk, but most of their talk doesn't make sense. They have no truth in it, and they just like to do that. And what can I say? Their end is coming. It is mostly, I would say, only written in their holy books, including Quran and Bible. No other holy book, including any book of India, says that there will be doomsday or anything like that. Only their book says it. Yes, there are spiritual people in India who know this is coming and this will happen, but there are no books that have said that, or that have written inside those books. They cannot be found in India, China, or anywhere else in the world. So by this what's written in the books, we can say whose doom is coming. So definitely it's the Abrahamic people who are going to collapse, and their population, which is the majority, will also be the majority population which will die, and the next human populations they will still survive, and human population will continue to go up. And what's going to happen after 1,000-2,000 years, I'm not going to talk about that, but right now this is it. If you have any question, please let me know. Visit my website on about 4 human species if you want to know more information about 4 human species, how they look like, not just skin color but also their body structures, and how their brain structure functions, how is their behavior. All 4 human species have different behavior, different intellect, different way of talking, communication process. So genetics, when genes can create so many living beings, they definitely can create different type of human beings. And know that there are only 4 human species on this planet, not 5, not 6, not 3, not 10, not 1, but 4. So this is a truth. I'm not making this up. I have this information from highly spiritual people, and while meditating, so my intuition and astrology too, Jyotish Shastra, which I've learned pretty much on my own. I have okay, this is it. And if you have any question, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer. I'm sure there will be a lot of negative comments, dislikes, mostly from the people of the white genes, Abrahamic genes, Muslims, Christians, Catholics, etc., or modern Hindus, who are they're all over. So okay, I'm going to give it a stop here.